and start. Oh, what tune is she singing? Okay, Maya's singing this tune. Da 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 da. I have no idea how it goes, and it sounds so familiar. I mean, I know how it goes, but I don't know what song it is, and it's driving me crazy. Da 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 da. I'll figure it out sometime, but it's got to have something to do with normal boots. I woke the next morning with what felt like a lizard in my throat. Maya was already up, shuffling through her school bag with an enigmatic grin. The first day of school. Hannah! You're finally awake! Her voice sliced through the air like a knife, and I winced. She was definitely a morning person. Like me. It's time for the first day of school. Aren't you excited? I can't wait to see what's going to happen. What do you mean? Is something special happening today? Something strange always happens on the first day of school, especially to someone like you. She winked. Someone like me? You know what I mean. She smiled and started messing with the pile of papers on her desk. Shaking my head, I got out of bed and pulled my uniform out of my closet. My palms sweat as I held the gold vest and blue jacket. Was it really possible for things to be different here than they were at home? What if the problem wasn't actually the school? I shook the thought out of my head and changed into my uniform. Oh! What is it? You look so cute! Really? Heat crept up my neck. Yes, completely! Your hair matches your uniform so well. You look like a flower blooming straight out of the ground. Thank you. Water stung the backs of my eyes, and I had to start packing my backpack. Why was I getting worked up about something as little as this? I must have gotten less sleep than I thought. Is something wrong? No, nothing's wrong. I'm just happy. How dumb was that? I started crying at the first sign of someone being nice to me. Oh, that was a question. I took a deep breath to steady my nerves. What an oddly menacing thud. All the air left my lungs as something like horse hooves slammed against my back. Irk. You'll do just fine. Don't worry. This is going to be awesome. I stiffly peered over my shoulder. That was you? Huh? Maya stood beside me, her hand raised. Somehow she had the strength of a bodybuilder. Nothing. I was just about to zip my bag up when I spotted the book Satch gave me lying on my nightstand. The Princess Betrothed. He said that if I ever needed to be transported somewhere far away, I could take it with me. It was pretty good so far. Maybe it would be smart to bring it along, just in case I had no one to talk to between class periods. Would I need it for my first day of class? I'm gonna say yes, because she goes to put it in her locker, and then she talks to PBG. And I'm pretty sure that's what we want. Isn't it? Isn't it? Take it. I put it into my already overfull bag, biting my lip. It never hurt to be prepared, right? You ready? Yeah, let's go. Stick with me and you'll be fine. I opened the door and together we stepped into the hallway, merging into a steady flow of chittering girls and fruit-flavored perfume. Oh my. Oh dear. I didn't know we lived on the same floor. No way, really? That's so awesome. Now we'll be able to catch up. Whatever happened between you and... we never get to hear. A river of girls shifted as we headed down the stairs. I'm gonna brush my hair a little bit. I got a brush right here, but I'll keep reading. Suddenly, I found myself surrounded by a bunch of people I didn't know. Oh wow, what a jerk he turned out to be. Maya's exclamations faded into the buzz of the voices in the air. Oh no. What would I do if we got separated? You'd find a normal boots guy, actually. Anxiously, I searched the crowd of girls for Mai, but I couldn't find her. Everyone was dressed in the same Asagao uniform. It was difficult to tell anyone apart, and being so short really didn't help the situation. As we turned the last corner down the stairwell, I saw a flash of red hair a little ways in front of me. Mai? I reached between the two girls and tapped her on the shoulder. Huh? Oh, she was the first I was going to do. I was going to do the weird voice, but I don't really care. Hers is just going to be lower. Oh, who are you? The girl's eyes flashed, almost like a jolt of electricity shot through them. I'm sorry, I thought you were someone else. She said nothing and turned away. Before I knew it, I stood outside of Primrose House watching the flow of girls disperse across campus. I was nowhere to be seen. I couldn't even hear her chirpy voice. Oh, man. I took a deep breath, biting my lip. This wasn't a big deal. I could go to class alone. But I didn't even know where the building was. I reached into my backpack and dragged out my class schedule. Homeroom, 206 Poppy Hall. Which one was Poppy Hall again? Weren't the classrooms on the other side of campus? I picked a direction and began to walk, trying to ignore my rising panic at the thought of arriving late to my first day of class. As a third year, where no one knew me, all the people staring. Hey, you okay? You look a little lost. Still, I'm so excited that they do the actual voices. I turned around, jumping for joy, when I froze. A Normal Boots jacket. He was part of the Normal Boots Club. I could practically feel my tongue swelling in my mouth. If this was a Normal Boots Club member, I had to make a good impression. He was one of the founders, right? Then he must be JonTron. Of course, she just figures it out. Yes. I'm new. I don't know where Poppy Hall is. You a freshman? No problem. My class is in Poppy Hall, and I'll walk you there. That would be wonderful. Thank you. Was this really happening? He began walking towards a large brick building in an enthusiastic manner, pumping his arms up and down like he was in some sort of show tune. I fell into step beside him. I didn't notice it when Mai pointed him out to me yesterday, but JonTron had big brown eyes and a warm-looking face, and the first time I watched his channel, he swore far too much, and I stopped. He was basically a human puppy. Maybe I just had a lower sensitivity, so maybe I could watch his channel again. My brother really likes his channel. I glanced up at him out of the corner of my eye. Oh, we didn't talk about the Island Princess on the first episode. Aw. Well, doesn't that only apply for the Barbie games? I think it does. A bird on his shoulder. Birds always made me uncomfortable. Something about the ease with which they could poke out someone's eyes. I love how he's got a little jacket on. It's cute. No, nothing's wrong. He followed my gaze to the bird on his shoulder. Oh, this is Jacques. Isn't he cute? Nice to meet you. It spoke? Yeah. He put his hand to his shoulder. Jacques jumped onto his palm. Jacques is a robot bird. See? Hello. Jacques' eyes gleamed a dangerous red when he spoke, but nothing else suggested he wasn't a normal bird. In fact, if I hadn't known better, I would have said the red in his eyes was painted on. That's cruel to a bird. That's amazing. Jacques twisted his head to the side, examining me in return. The more he looked at me, the less afraid I was. What are you looking at? What? Nothing, I'm sorry. Oh yeah, Jacques can be a little sassy. Who are you calling sassy? I'm not the sassy one. I don't forget to feed you. Jacques, that was one time. I was alone and starving in the frozen tundra of this empty world. Loveless, afraid. Ignore him. I've been bringing him with me to the drama club, and he's taken a little too well to it. I see how this is. Shut me out like I have nothing to add to the conversation. Jacques retook his place on John's shoulder, this time facing away from us, as if miffed. We resumed our walk towards Poppy Hall. I'm JonTron, by the way. Call me John. Hannah, nice to meet you. Hannah? That's a cute name. Thank you. How long have you had Jacques? Since middle school. We've been together for 4 years now. Ain't that right? I'm not listening. Yeah, well, I love him to death. I don't know what I'd do without him. It seemed like life would be a lot easier without him, but who was I to say? We arrived at the brick building. A white sign surrounded by poppies declared it to be, unsurprisingly, Poppy Hall. Which room are you in? Room 206. Seriously? Yes? That's my homeroom. We're at the same class. John laughed and clasped me on the shoulder. Wonderful. I guess I'll be seeing more of you then, right? Right. Together we entered Poppy Hall. Poppy Hall was lined with fluorescent lights and Asagao blue lockers. The lack of students milling around the hallway indicated we were a bit late. We ran up the stairs and made it into the classroom just as the bell rang. Okay, I'm gonna pause it there because it's almost 10 minutes and I've got to go to church soon, so yeah, I'll record one more episode, so pause.